Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be trying the Japanese high school makeup look, also known as Gakko Meik. I have done this trend before on my TikTok, and I did get this video inspiration from Jenny on TikTok, and then I looked for a tutorial on YouTube and I found this one by Nanako, which is a Japanese YouTuber that I found, and she did a tutorial on this whole makeup look. But the thing with both of these creators is that they're both like dark-haired Asian people, and so I wanted to see what this would look like on someone who's blonde, who has naturally very light hair. Currently, I have my eyebrows dyed and I have my lashes dyed, so I don't even have this dark of a tone usually, which, yeah, that's pretty light already. So imagine when I don't have them dyed, I'm pretty much a ghost. And I want to see what this type of makeup would look like on a blonde person like me, who has very, pale skin and has acne-prone skin too. I have barely any visible eyelashes or eyebrows, and I don't have bangs to hide a part of my face like a lot of Japanese people do, like Nanako, who showed it in her tutorial. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for this video, I actually put you guys on my window with an Octobuddy, and I don't have a mirror here. So I'm gonna have to look over here where I can see myself and not in the camera. I'm so sorry guys, I'm still trying to get used to this, because using a hand mirror for this is gonna be really hard because I'll need both my hands. But I wanna show you a close-up of my face right now. So as you can see, I have very a situation going on my skin. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna film this today because I am breaking out a little bit and it's something I feel very insecure about. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. So here I am, and I will go with you guys step by step through all the things that Nanako showed in her videos and what she used. I obviously don't have all the products that she used because most of them are Japanese products. I have most of them, but not all of them. And we're gonna swap some things in that I just personally found at my drugstore here, and that would do just the same job if you don't have that option either. So the first thing is skincare. I have already done that and I don't need to do that anymore. If you want to see my skincare routine, I can make a separate video on that. Just let me know in the comments. But skincare is basically a good way to prime your face for putting on makeup. It should be actually the only way. I don't even use primer underneath my makeup usually because skincare should be the primer. I learned this from Korean makeup experts. But anyway, after skincare, the first thing that we need to do is do a foundation base, which in high school makeup, you can't really do that because the whole point of high school makeup is to not get caught and not let the teacher know that you have something on your face, so they can't tell you to go wash it off. So instead of foundation, we're just gonna use SPF. I use the Isntree Hyaluronic Watery Sun Gel. It's SPF 50, and it's actually the only Korean makeup product that I've tried that doesn't break me out, which is rare, guys, because I break out from literally everything. So anyway, I'm gonna start by just applying that all over my face. And also, I just want to mention, usually I would put pimple patches before I do SPF, but because this is high school makeup, I'm not sure if in Japanese high school you're allowed to use pimple patches. If someone would tell you to take them off. I'm pretty sure if it's a strict school, they wouldn't allow it. So we're just not going to do it. Just put SPF straight away. But if I was going to put pimple patches, I would have done it before the SPF, because if you do it after, they're not going to stick well. So usually I would have put one maybe here and maybe here or here, I don't know, somewhere. I have a couple of spots that I would have wanted to cover, and then I usually put concealer on top of that, but today we're not doing that. So anyway, make sure to get your neck, your ears, around your eyes. I mean, today I'm wearing this school outfit kind of cardigan situation. I don't even know what it's called, but anyway, it's cute. I got this in Korea, I think. But anyway, we got the SPF done. So that's basically considered your base. There is not gonna be any foundation going on. You're gonna use a little bit of concealer, but that is really it. She used the Dior Aqua SPF, I believe, that you can get in Japan, but you can also get it on YesStyle or any other online website, I believe. Just be careful of dupes. There's a lot of dupes on Amazon. So yeah, she used that, I used this, does the same thing. Now the second thing that she did was double eyelids. Now Nanako didn't have double eyelids, but I do, so we're just gonna skip that. If you don't have double eyelids, you can use double eyelid tape. I think that's what she used. But since, like I said, I don't have that issue like she does, I'm just gonna skip. Now let's move on to a really important part, concealer. So I personally use the Maybelline concealer. I've been using this for at least 10, 15 years now, and I don't plan on changing it. I've tried other concealers. They just don't do as well on my skin as this one. I have number 8 and number 5, and I mixed these actually. So let me show you what I do with the concealer for this specific look, since I've done this before, but you have to make this natural, right? This is like all about natural looking makeup and not getting caught. So under the eyes, I would just do like literally the most little amount you can. We're gonna let that sit for a second, and then I'll show you what I do on my face. But what's important for this look is to blend it out with a brush, because I personally think with a brush, it blends out the best under your eyes and it makes it look the most natural. And the point is to match the color under your eyes to your skin tone, which is right below, you know? So we're gonna blend this out quickly, and you see how this is like matching my skin tone on my face, you know, like it's the same, and my dark rings disappeared, but it also doesn't look unnatural, you know. And if you are blending a bit too far out here, you can just use your finger. But the brush, in my opinion, is the best tool for this. Also make sure not to cake on, because you don't want to look creasy, because then someone will be able to tell. And we're just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. I'm not working with a mirror today, so this is a little harder than usual. But anyway, I'm just gonna make sure to blend it out well. And then if I need to, I'll just dab a little bit with my fingers. I feel like the heat from the fingers also works really well. And now you can see my under eyes are much better. Like, especially if I'm here, like a little further away and no one comes this close to your face, let's be honest. Then you can't really tell I'm wearing concealer, but it's also like, it made my complexion look a little better. Now, the next thing for skin and skin issues, now this is gonna be a little harder because you still gotta make it look, you know, natural, is I mix these two colors together and then I just spot conceal, basically. So it's here now on the back of my hand, and I will just use my concealer brush to mix this. And then what I'm gonna do is, I have this here, I'm literally gonna just dab this on the spots. And guys, it's not gonna be the best coverage. It is what it is. This is high school makeup, and my skin is also not great, so don't feel discouraged if you try this and it's not like the best coverage in the world, you know. Just put wherever you feel like you need, which in my case is a lot, and I'll be right back. All right, so I spot concealed a few spots. I am still red a bit in my face, but that's also because I just did my skincare and my skin tends to like get red, especially like my nose. As you can see, it's kind of red looking. I mean, I can go a little bit with the concealer, but it's really just the pressure I put on my face that makes it red. So even if I do this, it'll stay red. But yeah, I just spot concealed a few areas, and it's not perfect, but like I said, this is what we're aiming for. It's not supposed to look like flawless foundation kind of makeup. And then whatever you have left over, you can just go over some red spots if you want, like under your nose or maybe on your forehead. If you have something you feel insecure about, conceal that shit. Literally. All right, so I took off the rest of the concealer, and now we're not even looking that bad already. So let's move on. Now the next step is eyebrows. So the girl in the video said if you have bangs, you can just cover your eyebrows with bangs. I don't have bangs, as you can see, so that's not an option. I need to do my eyebrows. So this is what I look like when I have dyed eyebrows. My eyebrows are not this dark. I wish they were, but they're not. They usually look more like this color. What I do is I just take like a spoolie, I think it's called. Yes, I think like a spoolie brush, and I brush it out. And that is it for this look. Like, that is literally it, because I dyed them, I plucked them, they're in shape, they have a little bit of color, and that's all you're gonna need. And by the way, if you dye them and you're trying to go for this natural look, don't dye them for too long, because then if you're not gonna put on any makeup on the rest of your face, it's gonna look weird and unproportional, because this will be really dark and the rest will be like as if it's missing something, you know, because this is the type of makeup where it looks like you don't have anything on. So yeah, it would be weird if your eyebrows would be the only thing that would be done. So that's why I recommend leaving the eyebrow dye on a little shorter than usual. I usually do like 10 minutes, but for this I would do maybe 5, I don't know. So yeah, just make sure you check when you do that. Now, step number 5 is the lips. And she basically used a lip color that was close to her, you know, natural color. And I have pretty red lips naturally, which thank you to my ancestors and genes and all that, because I am pretty happy with that. I'm pretty blessed in that sense. My mom, for example, doesn't have red lips at all. So I got the good genes from grandma or whoever's up there. I am going to use a little bit of vitamin E moisturizer, which is a product I really, really love. I don't think you can purchase this anywhere. This was really hard to get. And then if I want some color to not look completely pale after moisturizing, I'll use, I think the lip glow from Dior is the best one. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. The Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm. I mean, it's pretty famous. I think all of you guys will know it when you see it. I have two of these. I think this one is the better color. It's a bit darker when you look at it like this, but I have pretty dark lips naturally. So I'll put like, literally, I'll dab a little bit. Little goes a long way on this look, guys. Just do this. It's also very hydrating, so it's almost, you know, double the effect. You see? Enough. That's it. That's literally it. It looks great. I love this natural extra bit of color. It's literally like just a pop of color. I think this is perfect. And like I said, we're aiming for a natural look. We don't want to be caught by the teachers. So you don't want to be having like a red lipstick on that is shouting to people, I have makeup on. Now the next step is blush. So in the video that Nanako showed, she used the cream version of the Canmake blush. I have the Canmake blush, but not the cream one. I have the powdered one that I got when I was in Tokyo. It's a Canmake Tokyo Glow Fleur Cheeks. You see, there you go. And it's a really good blush because it has like four colors and one highlighter in there. So you can play a lot with it and, you know, try and do a lot of things with it. Now, the thing is with blush, we cannot be doing like contour blush, you know what I mean, going up the cheeks, because that is unnatural. We gotta aim for a color that is naturally on our face already. Like for me, I will look for what is my, you know, skin undertone color, what kind of redness do I already have in my face, and what blush color matches that. So for me, I'm pretty sure I will go for like the lighter colors and mix it a little bit with the dark one, just barely, more going into the lighter ones. And then we're not putting like that and that. We're gonna do on the apples of our cheeks because that's where we naturally blush, right? So you can smile like this. You see, I'm naturally red here. I don't even have blush on yet. I'm already red. And you can just put blush here. You see that? It actually looks nice. It's cute. I'm gonna take a little more. And it's very natural, but it gives you like an extra pop of color. It's basically as if you were like flushed and a little red in your face. Okay, I think that's good. Now the next thing that she does is actually use the same blush and put it as eyeshadow. And this is actually pretty good because I have naturally pigmented lids. I feel like, you know, they're a bit red here and here. So I'm just gonna dab, you know, the same blush technique that I just did and just go a little bit here on my eyes. And yes, I'm just using the blush brush again because I can't be bothered. For this, you really don't have to be a perfectionist, even though I am usually. But yeah, as you can see, it just gave me like a little bit of color into my face. My eyes are a bit more accentuated, but it's very natural looking. It's just like I said, as if my face was flushing. Now the next step is powder, and I'm really happy because Nanako was showing exactly these two powders in her video. So I was like, these are the ones I own and got in Japan, so perfect. This one is the Canmake Marshmallow Finish Powder. You can get this at any drugstore in Japan or online on YesStyle. And this is the Innisfree No-Sebum Mineral Powder. Let me just show you. This one's very famous. I've been using this since 2017 and I got like a couple of extra boxes because I go through these a lot. But basically what I do, and I'll show you right now, is I take the Canmake one, and this one specifically, I don't use on my entire face because it makes me oily after a few hours. So what I do with this one, you'll see in a sec, I take very little on the sponge that comes with it, and I go only under my eyes with this one because it is like the perfect mattifying eye powder, in my opinion, that just sits there all day. And if I have too much, I'll just brush it away with like a brush and get excess off. But it basically mattifies your under eyes, makes it look really nice, and you won't crease then from the makeup you put. It just sits really, really nicely, but just here. I don't use it, like I said, on my face because I have oily skin, and I noticed with this one that on oily skin, it just becomes oily again after a few hours. Unlike this one, this is what I use on my entire face. I don't get oily after, you know, wearing it all day, and my skin usually looks pretty good at the end of the day still. So basically it's just, you know, a little powder puff you get, and you can just, you know, go all over your face. I spread it a little bit with the powder puff, and then I just kind of use the brush to do the rest. So yeah, usually I do blush after powder, but in the video she showed she did it this way around. So I feel like when you do this like that, the powder kind of cancels out the blush, but I think it's okay since we're going for a natural look anyway. Okay, so now the next step is a little tricky because she does eyeliner and I cannot do eyeliner because I don't have like dark eyelashes like I said. I have very pale eyes, pale hair color, and right now I dyed my eyelashes so they're actually a bit darker than they usually would be. But do you see like the difference of the ones where the color dropped already? Like this is my natural eyelash color back here. This is just dyed black from a few weeks ago. So it's leftovers, but this is not what I actually look like. Now for the eyeliner, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Canmake powder palette, which is, you know, just an eye palette. It's called Canmake Perfect Multi Eyes, and you can get this at any drugstore, and it comes with a little tiny brush. And what you'll do, or what I'll do, and you can do that too, is I go in with like this brownish color, very, very little, and I just kind of elongate where I already have naturally like the shape of my eyes, if you know what I mean, like just to kind of give it like the natural elongation where my eyes anyway have like a bit of a shadow, if you see what I mean. I kind of like, let me try and go closer. Just like, do you see that? And if it's too much, I'll literally just blend it out with the other side. But this will give it like some extra like oomph, if that's what the word is. And it'll give the eye some extra detail without being too noticeable. But there's something there, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of tell there's like a shadow, but it's not really eyeliner. So it could just be literally a shadow or my skin tone. So that's all I'm gonna do. I can't do more. You would be able to tell. So that's it for the eyeliner. And now finally we're on the last step, which is mascara, but that is going to be a little tricky since I said I have very pale eyelashes. We can't do anything obvious. So if I did black, you would be able to immediately tell. Even with brown, you can tell. It's just not my natural eyelash color. If anyone knows a brand that sells blonde mascara that's good and, you know, very quiet, like you can't tell, then let me know in the comments, please. So what we're gonna do instead is just use an eyelash curler. I got this one in Tokyo at Isntree, which is like a makeup cosmetic store. And I'm just gonna quickly curl my eyelashes. It doesn't even need to be perfect because, like I said, you can't really tell. And God, the dye on my eyelashes is like, some is like there still and some is off and it has like holes. Let's just pretend that's not there. And I'm just gonna use this clear mascara from Essence, and that is literally it. That's all we can do. I mean, now it actually looks pretty nice since I have dyed eyelashes, but usually this wouldn't look this nice because when there's no color to coat, you know, it just looks quite empty. It just basically looks wet with this, and then after a few minutes when it dries, it's pretty much gone. I mean, it is what it is, right? So this is the result, guys. I know it's still very quiet in the sense of makeup. Obviously, this is high school makeup, so we don't want to look like we're wearing a lot or anything at all, actually. But we do look a little bit better than, you know, in the beginning of the video. So there is a difference. It just makes me look a little bit fresher, I feel like, and not like I literally rolled out of bed and went to school. So yeah, I think it does the job for this kind of makeup look. Obviously, this is not what I would do on a daily basis, but I am still pretty happy with it. And if you're going to school in Japan, we're not wearing any jewelry, no necklaces, no earrings. We're gonna ignore my piercing for now, but also no nail polish. So this is what you're gonna look like if you go to a strict Japanese school that has pretty tough rules that you need to follow. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Ciao!